Hey, greetings, boys and girls. It's Chef Adam with the live stream. Do a little introduction to me, to my channel. I like to feature plant-based food as medicine, raw vegan cuisine, and all kinds of other good stuff. What I'd like to share with you today is the benefits of the amazing superfood Moringa. Moringa oleifera. Yes. The drumstick tree, the miracle tree, or just Moringa. A true superfood. A lot of interest in currently regarding Moringa as a food source. It also has many uses, and not only is it a great food source, but it's also technically a superfood. So what are some of those benefits of Moringa? Well, I've been compiling a list and doing a little hunting around, and man, the list is long. The list is long. Let me share this with you. This document is a worthwhile read. Moringa oleifera, a review on nutritive importance and its medicinal application. Amazing stuff. Like, you read through this and you pretty much just want to plant Moringa in your backyard and eat it for every meal. Now, a word of warning though, it is high in iron, so eating ridiculous amounts of it could be problematic if you have iron issues where you accumulate iron. But that isn't necessarily a problem if you consume it in moderation. So let's just talk about the benefits of Moringa. Well, Moringa seems like it pretty much benefits just about everything. I mean, it is it's a powerhouse of nutrition, and as you can see here, it's loaded in calcium, potassium, it's got zinc, it's got magnesium, it's got iron, it's got copper, vitamins, beta carotene, ton of vitamin A, all the B vitamins, or several, lots of the B vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E. Okay, great source of fiber, complete protein. Now, the different parts of the plant have different benefits, which is pretty cool. I think I have something here. Okay, a comparison between the fresh leaves and the dried leaves. So if you're growing Moringa in your yard or you have access to it, you know, this would be a time when you could get the fresh leaves. For the most part, people across the country may, or around the world, may not have access to a live tree. So you're going to go with the dried leaves. Now, wet weight versus dry weight, you're dealing with water, for the most part, is the one element that's missing from the dried leaves. So you're going to get a concentration of nutrition comparatively. So let's look at this. 4 times the vitamin A of carrots in the fresh leaves, 7 times the vitamin C of oranges in the fresh, 4 times the calcium of milk, 3 times the potassium of bananas. Now, with this calcium of milk, keep in mind that in pasteurized dairy, the calcium is not necessarily accessible. So when you do these measurements, you're looking at by weight, laboratory. Here's, this one has this much calcium, this one has that much calcium. Well, guess what? It's not comparative unless you're looking at how the body, and even if the body can use that calcium. So keep that in mind when you're reading labels and reading information. Sure, it has X amount, but how much does the body use, and how much potentially has to be filtered out or is expelled from the body, potentially causing problems, but definitely requiring energy to be spent to do that. 3/4 the iron of spinach and 2 times the protein of yogurt. That's the fresh leaves. Now if you look over here, 3/4 the iron of spinach, you go to the dry leaves, 25 times. Yeah, so that's where you're going. Okay, if you have a condition where you accumulate iron in the body, you might want to monitor that and kind of take it easy with the moringa, at least the dried powder. Now this is leaves. The other parts of the plant have different concentrations, but so yeah, you go from 4 times to 10 times the vitamin A of carrots, fresh versus dry. Now you do lose vitamin C in the drying process. There's still vitamin C in there, but you went from 7 times the vitamin C of oranges to half the vitamin C of oranges. So keep in mind, you might see some infographics pumping up the vitamin C concentration of moringa, but you got to keep, is it fresh leaves or dried leaves? So don't let them cook the books on you with the little sleight of hand there. So the calcium significantly increases between fresh and dry, from 4 times to 17 times, and then potassium increases 5-fold between fresh and dry. And as we saw, the spinach comparison with iron 25 times, and then the protein, which we're talking about the essential amino acids. So we know that moringa is a complete protein because it has those essential amino acids that we cannot produce in our body and we need to take in from our food. So that's pretty exciting to know that moringa, and you do a little web search, you're going to see tons. This is a beautiful plant. Vibrant green leaves, very tender. But as I was saying, there's multiple parts of the plant that have multiple uses. So we can see, let's see, here's some moringa seeds in this image. The moringa seeds are very unique, have very unique compounds in them. Not only are the seeds useful and the leaf useful, but the tree bark and the roots are also useful. And so that is kind of exciting to think about. Now I'm going to take a look here. So it's interesting because the leaves are an immune system booster, and it says the seeds have the ability to suppress the immune system, which is useful for autoimmune instances, and also if you're undergoing an organ transplant. So I found that pretty interesting. In terms of benefits and studies regarding disease and potential relief, the information is a little overwhelming. So we've got interesting, extensive research done. Some of them are animal studies, some are small control groups. In terms of massive studies, a lot of this is traditional medicine and anecdotal and smaller studies, but everything is very promising. Type 1 and type 2 diabetes are affected by different parts of the plant. Most of the studies are done, a good number, with the leaves. Some of the extracts are water extraction, which is great because basically you can do that at home. If you have access to a plant, you can make tea with the leaves, with the sticks, with the flowers. And mentioning the flowers have unique properties, different from just the leaves or the sticks or the roots. So just amazing. Here, I might as well show you guys this. This is moringa, part of the moringa that I dried and ground down. This is a combination of mostly the leaves, but there's dried flowers in here as well. So it's nice to have different components of the plant if you're preparing this for yourself. I also have a bunch of the flowers set aside so I can use those specifically for the benefits that the flowers have. And I will add a graphic highlighting the different benefits of the different parts. I mean, I could actually, I came across, okay, here, while I'm on it, ORAC Score. That's the number referring to the antioxidant concentration. And so things known to have very high ORAC scores are anti-inflammatory and considered superfoods. And that list is always shifting around to, oh, it's goji berries, and oh, it's acai, and oh, it's matcha. Well, this list shows moringa blowing pretty much everybody out of the water. Chocolate was often referred to as a high ORAC score superfood, and now, then that got trumped by acai. Now turmeric is known for its benefits. No denying the benefit of turmeric. Then you got matcha, which is basically concentrated green tea, or the green tea leaves dried. Now, moringa and matcha have a similar flavor, and pretty much usage is similar, but when you compare the two, moringa tends to leap out ahead in terms of number of benefits. Now, in terms of price, I would have to say moringa is significantly cheaper than matcha. So with that in mind, it's, to me, it's kind of a no-brainer unless you have some sort of iron issue, and I'm not really sure about the matcha and iron, but cheaper, higher in ORAC score, and containing a more diverse variety of nutrition than matcha, moringa. Yeah, you know why. Now we're starting to realize why they call it the miracle tree. So that is something really exciting to know, that something as simple as this beautiful tree that actually grows really well in warm climates. It's tolerant of mild freeze, and it's drought tolerant. So you could pretty much, you can plant this in the United States, at least in many of the states. I'm here in Florida, and it's grown all over the state, all the southern states, definitely, and Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, California. As you go up further north and you're exposed to more dramatic freeze, then you're going to probably have issues. But you can grow them in pots. They are kind of like goldfish. Once they grow to a certain size in the pot, they stop growing up. You might get them to bush out. So I'll go into more detail about growing and propagating moringa. I think that's enough information for today. Hope you enjoyed this live stream, and please check out other videos on my channel. Visit my website, punch up the likes, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Love to hear your questions, comments below, and even suggestions on other topics to cover. Like I said, I'm Chef Adam Graham, The Live Food Experience. Thanks for joining me. Keep it live. Chia. Ooh, ooh, ooh.